Should I wait, Prabhu, for people to join, right, before I start?
You can start, Prabhu.
I can start, okay. I'll start with prayers. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giravaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giravaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, today we'll be reading from Canto number 3, chapter number 16, verse number 8. Hare Krishna devotee. Devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Sripad. I'm not able to share my screen, so please forgive me for that. But if you have access, we are again reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 3, chapter number 16, verse number 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, I will try to read the Sanskrit sloka plus. Naham tat dani yajmana havir vittate sacho tad graha pulam adam hutva bhum mukhena yat brahmanasya mukhasya charoto naghasama tastasya may avhitari nija karma pakhir iha. Word by word translation: Na, not. Aham, I. Tat, tatha, on the other hand. Adim, I eat. Yajmana, by the sacrificer. Haviha, the oblations. Vitne, in the sacrificial fire. Sayotat, pouring. Gritaha, ghee. Fultam, mixed. Adan, eating. Hudbuka, the sacrificial fire. Mukena, by the mouth. Yat, as. Brahmanasya, of the Brahmana. Mukha, or from the mouth. Karataha, eating. Anugasam, morsel. Tastasya, satisfied. Mai, to me. Avhitaha, offered. Nija, own. Karma, activities. Pakkiha, by the results. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I do not enjoy the oblation offered by the sacrificer in the sacrifice fire, which is one of my own mouth, with the same relish as I do the delicacies overflowing with the ghee, which are offered to the mouth of the Brahmanas, who have dedicated to me the results of their activities and who are ever satisfied with my prasad. I'll chant the prayers, and before I read the purport, Om Agnatmiyandasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chaksuruntam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurudev Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dati Swapadandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagratam Jhajanita Raghunatham Vitamscha Sadhavaitam Sadhabhutam Parajana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Visakha Vitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarupyasa Kripa Sindhu Bhavecha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna devotee who has joined. Sorry, I'm not able to share my screen, but we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 3, chapter number 16, verse number 8. Purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The devotee of the Lord, or the Vaishnava, does not take anything without offering it to the Lord. Since a Vaishnava dedicates all the result of his activity to the Lord, he does not taste anything eatable which is not first offered to him. The Lord also relishes giving to the Vaishnava's mouth all eatable offered to him. It is clear from this verse that Lord is through the sacrificial fire and the Brahmana's mouth. So many articles, grain, ghee, etc., are offered in sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord. The Lord accepts sacrificial offering from the Brahmanas and the devotees. And elsewhere it is stated that whatever is given for the Brahmana and Vaishnava to eat is also accepted by the Lord. But here it is said that he accepts offering to the mouth of Brahmana and Vaishnava with even more greater relish. The best example of this is found in the life of Advaita Prabhu in his dealing with Haridas Thakur. Even though Haridas Thakur was born of a Mohammedan family, Advaita Prabhu offered him the first dish of prasad after performance of a care sacrifice ceremony. Haridas Thakur informed him that he was born of a Mohammedan family and asked why Advait Prabhu was offering the first dishes to Mohammedan instead of an elevated Brahmana. Out of his humbleness, Haridas Thakur condemned himself as a Mohammedan. But Advaita Prabhu, being an experienced devotee, accepted him as a real Brahmana. Advaita Prabhu asserted that by offering the first dish to Haridas Thakur, he was getting the results of feeding 100,000 Brahmanas. The conclusion is that if one can feed a Brahmana or Vaishnava, it is better than performing hundreds of thousands of sacrifice. In this age, therefore, it is recommended that Hare Nam, chanting the holy name of God and pleasing the Vaishnava are the only means to elevate oneself to spiritual life. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay, Hare Krishna devotee, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. I am at all not qualified to do this service. I'm trying my best for just learning something for myself so that I can become a better person. So I will try to, of course, provide my experience reading this verse, and also will try to share some light from what I've heard from our the devotees and Acharya. But if I'm saying anything wrong, please feel free to stop me and correct me. With that, as we have been reading this chapter and also the last chapter, which was talking about how Jaya and Vijaya offended four Kumaras and how they were cursed, and then how in this chapter we talk about when when Lord himself found out about what happened, and basically what he thought, that any offense done by his servant or his devotees is 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 it like it's done by himself, and he went to the extent to ask for Kumanas to forgive him, and definitely and he said so many other things, that his glory and his transcendental and his careness is mainly because of his devotee. In one of the previous verses, he even talks about that, even though he's not attracted to Lakshmi Devi, but hundreds and thousands of Lakshmi Devi are in service, and that is because of his devotees. And also, to me, it was very this last couple of slokas has been so much fascinating, that even though he's been the supreme personality of Godhead, he himself uh, thinks himself present himself as a normal being, and he's asking for forgiveness for offenses done by his servants, and which is, to me, it's very, we typically don't even accept it. I typically don't even accept my own faults or my own mistake, and ask for forgiveness. But here, God Himself is leading by example, that offenses against the devotee or Vaishnava, or anybody who is coming to take shelter of him, is an offense, and even God takes it so seriously that He Himself wants to apologize for the offenses done by His servant, and He's asking for forgiveness. And of course, I'm trying to understand, why is God asking for forgiveness. And then in one of the other sloka, it is said God is Himself said, and then who's going to punish God? There are a lot of people and a lot of system will punish us when we do something wrong, but I was thinking, who is going to punish Lord? And in one of the verse, Lord Himself says that if any of my act or any of my service has been not comforting to devotee, He's willing to cut off His own arm. So he's such an impartial uh, being, that he look at the offense, even if it's done by himself, is willing to punish himself. And I used to hear from my grandmother when I was young, that if any devotees does anything wrong or any sinful activity, God is impacted. He feel hurt, and he feel it hurts him. Same way it's hurt us or other person. So she will definitely tell me all the time that before you do anything with your action, words or thoughts, be very careful, because if it can hurt anybody, it's going to hurt Krishna himself. Of course, I'm still not able to realize that in a true sense, and I do hurt people with my action, words, and behavior time to time. But leading last couple of verses has been so inspiring for myself, that if God is taking care of each of the living beings so nicely, uh, why can't I do something, at least a little bit before I say or do anything? So that definitely has been eye-opening experience for the last couple of days, reading all the verses where God Himself is telling and showing us how we should behave towards each other, and of course the Vaishnava and Brahmanas. So I think that's what was been discussed in the first 7 verse. So this verse here, Lord is talking about offering our activities to the Lord, and Lord is saying that He relishes. He doesn't relishes whatever is offered to Him as much as He relishes when something is offered to Brahmana or Vaishnava, and they honor it. That's what satisfied him much more than something that is offered to him directly. And also Prabhupada also says that here, that in somewhere else it is said that anything offered to Brahmana or Vaishnava, is same as is offering to Lord, and Lord relishes those offering much better than offered to him directly. Also, other thing he said here, that definitely God accept everything that we offer uh, in a fire sacrifice, and that is how he offered things. He offered what is offered to him with two different ways. One is to his own mouth, and the other is to the mouth of Brahman and Vaishnavas. Also, other example that Srila Prabhupada mentioned about is Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur, and 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 how Advaita Acharya was offering first dish to Haridas Thakur, and how humble Haridas Thakur was, and he was inquiring and asking Advaita Acharya, why you are offering to me? I am born in a low family, in a Mohammedan family. Why offering to me? And then, of course, in response, Advaita Acharya tells him that I know you are a pure devotee, and he's giving example that I'm offering to you because by offering to a pure devotee, it is equal to it says it is equal to it's equal to getting results of feeding 100,000 brahmanas. So that is it is said here that of course the brahmanas and devotees and Vaishnavas word are here it says I mean getting the results of feeding 100,000 brahmana is equal to feeding a Vaishnava. And I was trying to understand what is the difference between Brahman and a Vaishnava, because the both words are used here interchangeably. But I was reading through a little bit about it. Brahmana is a person who has realized Brahman, and the devotee or Vaishnava is a person who is fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and doing service to the Lord and his devotee is Vaishnava. So definitely, as most of you know, I'm serving prasadam is one of my selfish desire that I have from a very early childhood. So anytime it comes to serving prasadam, something that is naturally I couldn't hold myself. And I never knew why that was the case. I still don't know, but again, for me, it is a very selfish desire. I personally like it when I feed a fellow human being or even animal being. So I hope I am doing it, and I pray to all of you that I can do it in a more in a way that is described in this verses. It's not for my own self enjoyment or self sense gratification, but to really please or serve a Vaishnava, devotee of Lord. Definitely, that's all I have to share. Like I said, for me, this last 7-8 verse has been so much eye-opening, so much inspiring. That definitely Lord Himself is such a merciful, such a forgiving, and such a humble person, and He doesn't take anything lightly when it comes to a devotee or Vaishnava or Brahmana, and He wants to please them all the time. So that's all from my end. Anybody has any questions, comment, or if I see a lot of devotee here, if you want to add anything that I may have missed.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It's very nice that this verse is handled by you, Prabhuji, because
I don't know.
You have done so much for prasadam distribution, single-handedly almost.
No, Mataji.
Oh, Hare Krishna, that has been so outstanding service. So, I mean, you are so service-minded, and it will please the Lord very much. And these are very, very powerful verses, which how the Lord is pleased when we serve His devotees, when the Brahmanas. And somewhere else, I remember reading, it is our offenses that make us see that makes one see the Lord, the Brahmanas and the cows, not equal. I mean, we should see them on the same platform. So it is one's offense, or that makes one see them as distinct. Thank you very much. Very nice class, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your
Hare
prayers
Krishna.
and blessing. Thank you. Please continue to pray for me. And
Hare
I'm reading all this again, all the Bhagavatam verses for the first time in my life, right? And Vamsidhari Prabhu has been so mindful. He's been asking me for last 3-4 years, to read Bhagavatam, and I'm now realizing slowly and surely why he's asking and requesting me. He told me personally many times, almost he used to tell me about every month, Prabhu, please read. But now I'm understanding why he was telling that, but it is like you said, all these verses are such a powerful way to ignite a fire of devotion in your heart, so thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Anybody else want to add anything or comments? Ravi Prabhu, Menka Mataji, Manjilila Mataji, Kiran Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my
I
humble
thought, sorry,
obeisances.
Prabhu. I thought it was Ravi Prabhu, but anyway, Radha Kunja Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
Mine too,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
wonderful, class from you. Coming from a practicing devotee who's doing so much service, each word carries a lot of weight, Prabhuji. So thank you for that. Particularly when you mentioned, distributing prasadam, not only for human beings, but for other living entities too, which is very meaningful. Most of the time, somebody like me overlooks all of that, and things like if I smile to somebody and I'm polite to somebody, that itself is great, so that's where I come from, but thank you for whatever you said today, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
And
Krishna.
this was, yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I just want to, no questions or anything, but I just wanted to appreciate how wonderfully, and as what Sandhya Mataji said, this is a perfect verse for you because you're very service oriented. And I always, I'm inspired by the mood of your service. And it's your humbleness that you were saying all these, that you want to have the right mood and all that. But I can tell that you have the perfect mood for service. No matter what happens, everyone can always count on you for any kind of service. So it is just so wonderful to hear from you, Prabhuji. And it was very, I can feel that it was from the heart. So thank you for your association and thank you for this class. Wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Please pray for me. What I was saying that this class was supposed to be given by Ganganaran Prabhu. And he's traveling out of town, so he asked me if I can do it, right? So for me, this was like Krishna wanted me to read this verse myself and understand the essence of how to serve prasadam. So I think I was very grateful for this opportunity that Ganganaran Prabhu gave me. Otherwise I don't think I would have read and done a lot of research on this verse itself. But I so much thing I found by reading, and it's going to help me, and of course it will further improve my services as well as my bhakti. So that's my prayers to all of you. Please pray for me.
Wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Menaka here.
Yes, Hare
Please
Krishna,
accept
Menka
my
Mataji.
obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It was really a wonderful session and practical examples were really good. You were always you are always inspiring me in many ways, Prabhuji. So though I will not come forward and tell you, but I inspire you and Mataji a lot. So I second whatever Manjari Mataji was saying. I really second every single point and what Sandhya Mataji was saying. It's really inspiring the mood you have for servicing our lordships.
So that makes me feel like how I am supposed to be sincere. So that's really inspiring. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class.
Thank you, Mataji. And also to me, you yourself, so much inspiration I get from you, and also all Radha Kundai Prabhu and Sandhya Mataji and Manira Mataji, and also Kiran Tyagi Mataji as well. You know, I have seen all of you, and I am learning from all of you, in fact. So thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I just wanted to let you know, Prabhuji, that you are the inspiration, you and Mataji, for me, just endlessly doing your service and in such a right mood, as everyone's saying. You know, for me, it feels that, okay, I've been trying to do this service for so long and I'm not even close to how you and Mataji do the service. So definitely inspired by your mood and your efforts. Thank you so much.
No, Mataji, thank you, Mataji. I know how much you and Prabhu and also both of your son does so much, you know. Nothing compared to what you have already done and doing to all of you. Means I'm just starting. I feel like I'm so behind on all these things. So please pray that I can catch up and become a better person and hopefully a better devotee one day. Thank you very much for all of your kind words, and please continue to pray for us.
Yes, Prabhuji, definitely. It's nice to see you doing the Bhagavatam classes too. Very, very inspiring.
No, thank you, Mataji. I'm just trying to learn something and to hopefully I can purify my heart and mind. That is my goal out of this. So I'm just doing this for myself, and I hope I'm not doing anything wrong or saying anything wrong.
No, Prabhuji. Really, really inspiring. So please keep it up. And definitely prayers for you and your family, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, and thank you everyone. With this, we'll conclude this class with the prayer. Panchakalparupyaskilvasya kripa sindhu bhavacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananda koti vaishnavinda ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna everyone. Have a blessed and Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. You as well. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.